Oh, so I had a little bit of stress in my life. Mentioned yesterday that I took my car to the garage. Apparently the car is it's dead. You know, they're asking for a repair of £3,500. So I thought, no, it's not worth it. Not worth it. It was just a 10-year-old Vauxhall Viva, little run around car just to get to work and back. So it's not worth it. So I had to quickly, you know, make some investigations and you know, realise how much new cars cost these days, etc, etc, etc. But I did actually end up buying a car, a little bit under 15 grand. So yeah, highly stressful situation when you're parting with lots and lots of money. However, hopefully that has no impact on what I'm going to do. So today, yesterday also, I did a 1 mile test run, and I got it under 9 minutes, just a whisker under 9 minutes, and it absolutely killed me to do it. You know, apparently 9 minute, you know, for a person of my age, 9 minute mile is not so bad. You know, it's pretty much what you should expect to be able to do if you're a runner. But obviously, you know, I'm not a dedicated runner. You can just look at the size on me to say, you know, it's a lot more difficult for people who, you know, have got some size on them to do well, running of any description, I suppose. You know, the plus side of it is that hopefully the muscularity, you know, prevents injury. You know, there are some positives to having muscle, but I think that, you know, beyond a certain, probably a low threshold, it's probably all negative. But you know, as I repeatedly keep saying, you know, my point here is not simply to get good at, you know, one little aspect of fitness. It's general fitness. So I was pretty pleased with it. Yeah, I mean, when it absolutely slaughtered me to do it. Honestly, it was so difficult, so hard. But that's what you expect, isn't it? Okay, so what we've got today, it's back to the kettlebell clean and press, alternating with a front squat. So we're back on that routine, which I think is probably the, you know, that's the pick of the crop as regards kettlebells. I will say that, you know, in first place clean and press, in second place front squat. Not saying that swings aren't good, and I'm not saying that snatches aren't good, but I think that, you know, as regards what I think are the best moves, is these two. So previously I've been doing these with pairs of 20, and last time I did it with a pair of 24s, just for singles. But today it's doubles. So the idea is 2 clean and press, rest, 2 front squats, rest. I'm guessing, I'm only guessing, that's all it is, yeah, I'm only guessing that I can do better than a 1 minute timer, so I put it at 55 seconds. My ballpark is about 30 minutes, so I'm looking at hopefully 33 sets. So that's what I've got marked down. That's my target. So 33 sets. I've done a little bit of warm up, but I need to finish it off. So I suppose this is a 16 kilo. Okay. So last time I did this, on the last video, you know, I talked quite a bit about lower back pain, and it's still there to a certain extent, but only to a certain extent. So it's definitely not as bad as it was. So yeah, I'm hoping it's just a temporary thing, a very temporary thing. I suspect it came from doing weighted sit-ups. So I've not done weighted sit-ups in a long time. Thought I'd be alright. I do quite a bit of abdominal work, so I thought, you know, weighted sit-ups, why not? But no, apparently not. Okay, so this is a 20 kilo bell. Okay, so I'm going to kick off. So, as I said, tools. So this is the third workout that I've done with this particular format. The first one, it went sets of, well, ladder 1, 2, 3. So 2 should be alright. So I did a 1, 2, 3 ladder, and I did them on the minute. So, you know, obviously the average of 1, 2, 3 is 2. So this time I'm going to do the 2s on a 55-second timer. So it should be just that little bit harder, which is what you need, really, isn't it? You know, small progress over time. Whew. Okay, so it begins. Hopefully it'll get a little bit easier over the next couple of sets as I warm up into it. Then obviously at the end the fatigue kicks in, so that's alright. So I'm actually finding on this sequence that the squatting is harder than the pressing, which it shouldn't be like that, really. Yeah. You know, your legs should be stronger, but it's it's just a case of it's mobility and it's a running. So I'm on constantly tired legs. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but I hit the brick. But all training is compromise. Even if you're training just for something very simple like powerlifting, you've still got to decide where your efforts go. So yeah, I'm feeling the lower back a bit, but it's not half of what it was 2 days ago. Not half. Probably, you know, the fact that I'm using 20s rather than 24s is helping as well. But you know, the 24s are going to be in the mix. For certain, you know, just taking the 5, well, I suppose, you know, because every set's a double, so there's no real easy bit. It's just all uniform, isn't it? It's just sets of two all the way. You know, unlike ladders, you get that sense of there's an easy bit and a hard bit, but it certainly feels faster paced. So just taking the 5 seconds off 55-second timer, it certainly feels quite fast. Yeah. What I think I'm going to do after this is I'm going to do laterals and triceps again, like I did last time, and then in the PM I'm just going to do some abs and calves. Okay, I'll probably not film past the laterals. I don't think I'll film the abs and calves either. But that's what's happening today. So 8 sets. Yeah, it's pretty tough. An obvious advantage of this is that you know, I can do it inside, where it's a little bit warmer than outside, which is nice when it gets to December, January, February. That's 10 sets. One more to make a third. So I'm aiming for 33, which will be just about half an hour. Happy to say there are no wrist issues on all of this. So none of this is bothering my wrist. It's the left wrist that's giving me some grief. So I keep having a go, you know, just testing it out with a couple of swings, you know, lightweight, and yeah, it's still bothering me on swings, but not on much else. It's definitely a game of 3 parts. And the first part is, you know, the initial few sets feel very difficult. Then you get a relatively pleasant bit, and then the fatigue kicks in, and it drags on to the end. But obviously, you know, the program is such that it's doable. Okay, so the next set will be 16, which is just about halfway, or 33, isn't it? Just a shade under halfway. Oh. We're on the home stretch. Turn around, go back home. In other words, halfway. Okay, definitely be under halfway now. This is where I suppose where the endurance comes into play. Strength endurance, which I suppose is, you know, much more practical for life, I suppose. Yeah, so it all contributes. But, most of the time in life, if you've got to do something physical, it's not going to be a 1 rep max, is it? It's going to be something fairly repetitive. I think from a health point of view, from a longevity point of view, it's a good idea to be strong as far as I can make out. Yeah. There's a lot of advantages to handling heavy weight, for example bone density. But, I also read that the thing that most declines is power. What the hell am I doing now? Front squat. So power. You've got speed. And kettlebells have a big element of power in them. Now, for example, that front squat is not power really. That front squat's a grind. But swinging, that's power. There's momentum involved. You're trying to get from A to B quick. So the clean is power. Press, not so much. Snatch is definitely power. So, yeah, and I read that as you age, it's your power that goes, your explosiveness. So you need to think about moving things fast. But obviously, just about any move can be made into a power move. You just lighten up and move fast. So squats can be a power move, deadlifts can be a power move. Dynamic. squats this, isn't it? Yeah, definitely fatigue's coming now because I'm starting to get confused on what's the next move, what's the next move. So what's that? 22 sets, 11 to go, so that's 2/3. So yeah, 2/3 we're in the fatigue stage, so the last third is the fatigue stage, I suppose. You know, going on my 3-phase model that I just made up. So part 1, everything's a bit stiff regardless of, you know, warm up. You still got to take on the heavy weight of the actual workout, so that takes a bit of getting used to. Then everything starts firing away quite nicely, and you get into a pretty good zone. And then finally at the end, like I am now, you get fatigue. You just got to see it through, which I will do. So we have now squats. That's 24 sets, so 9 to go. Definitely past the last third. I can certainly feel it. So 8 to go. So we're on the last quarter. The last quarter sounds better than last third. It's all about keeping yourself happy. Tell yourself a story, get you through it. There's no doubt that I will get through it, but better to have a good frame of mind, good mindset. Okay, so this one's squatting in there. I've actually started doing a bit more mobility, focus specifically on knees. Oh God, I've forgotten again. Yeah, when you're under fatigue, all mental processes become difficult. You simply you know, you go into a different area of your mind. So definitely squats coming up. It's like when you do 20 rep squats, you know, it's amazing how easy it is to lose count. You know, the fatigue is tremendous. And this is no joke either. Okay, 5 sets to go. So yeah, you get this, you know, alongside the pain, your body responds with painkillers, endorphins, and all very nice. So it's nice to have the endorphins. Definitely reduces the pain, but I think they, you know, they reduce your mental capacity. So you do, you know, you get this feel-good pump thing, you know, feel-good effect, but your mental acuity is reduced, I believe. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Yeah, lightweight can be hard weight as well, if you do a lot of it. Yeah, it's the old ton of feathers compared to a ton of coal. Yeah, it doesn't matter, it's all a ton. Okay, 2 sets to go. So this is the last set of squats. Through, definitely got the sweat on, which is nice. It's nice to be warm. I like warming up. Probably the only time you get warm, you know, doing this and getting a shower. The rest of the time it's pretty cool. You know, not like anybody in the UK can afford to put central heating on much. Yeah. Now, I tell a lie, this is a wonderful country for about 10%. Okay, last set. This is it, finish. It's quite easy. Clean and press. So I've done it again. Got to the end. We are the champions. Okay, victory triple. That's it. Done it. Whew. So what I'm going to do, well, first of all, before I do anything else, I'm going to try this little experiment. So I mentioned that, you know, so while I'm warmed up from all this, I mentioned that I was trying to work on my knee mobility. So you can see that's a brick on the floor, and this is just a plate on the brick, so it's a slant. Now that's not an aggressive slant, but I read that, you know, doing squats on a slant like this, a slant board, you know, this is not a proper slant board, but you know, it's my homemade version until I decide if it's worth buying one. You know, doing squats like this helps with knee mobility. So you can obviously see that I'm going to break my neck. Yeah, probably alright. So obviously, hopefully you can see on the, you know, my feet are pointing down quite. You know, as well as the slant board, I suppose is the heels of the Olympics. So these are Olympic shoes, so they've got quite a good heel on them. So see if I can get down. Oh, quite painful down at those depths. I don't know how deep I was. But that felt, you know, yeah. So, you know, I'm just gingerly testing this. I think that, you know, probably to do a good job of it, you probably have to do, I don't know, the way that I saw it anyway, was that the person was doing multiple reps and hanging around at the bottom. Whereas, you know, obviously they're great knee mobility. Whereas I'm thinking, you know, my knee mobility is now an issue. You know, I could do with you know, having an experiment to see if I can help it, if I can make it any better. I'll just you know, gently introduce this idea. So after squatting, just do a little bit of this sort of thing. Painful for me. For me, it's painful. I think for, you know, if your knees are all right, it wouldn't be painful. But my knees are not all right. You know, they're pretty, you know, they're not the same level of soreness all the time. You know, don't get me wrong. They're not perpetually really bad, but there's always some sort of persistent soreness. There's always something there that's not good, if you like. You know, so it does, you know, it does wave up and down, but it's always in the context of it's not quite right. You know, I'm sure if I had a week off, it would make a big difference. But at this moment in time, you know, I'm doing the, you know, as regards my knees, I'm giving them a right hammering. Yeah, but doing a lot of running and doing this kettlebell work. I suppose you know, the only thing that there's I can say that is pretty good is that, you know, I'm not at this moment in time hitting the heaviest weights. Okay, and this was another idea that they came up with. So it's simply, and what she was doing was reps of 5, so 5 seconds. So basically, you know, as I understand it, push into the pain. You know, maybe you don't even have pain. If you know, anybody watching this will probably think, what's he talking about? What pain? There's no pain involved. It is for me though. You know, so for people who've got an issue. So the person doing it, illustrating it, was doing sets of 5 and holding it for about 5 seconds into the stretch position, into the, you know, so that for me is pretty, as far as I can go with pain. No, manageable pain, obviously. I'm not killing myself, but yeah, I mean it's a good range of motion. If you look, I mean, if you see the angle, it's way below my squat. So I'll just do a set of 5 with the other leg, and I'll leave it at that. So I consider that a beginning of, you know, concerted effort to improve my knee issues. Oh, I can feel that now. That's completely different. That I'm feeling that in my quads rather than my knees. So whether or not I need to move position, I don't know. Oh. But I think a lot of knee pain is from, you know, tight quadricep muscles. Yeah, so that left leg, completely and utterly different. Yeah, no real knee pain. It's all muscle pain, which is odd, isn't it? But that's the way it is. Yeah. So I say, maybe you know, anybody who's watching this, maybe thinking, you know, what's he talking about? And no, that's not. That doesn't give me any knee pain, but it does me. Yeah, and in particular, right knee pain at this moment in time. And I've also noticed with knee pain, it seems to sort of like, you know, it seems to like jump from knee to knee. So, you know, it'll go for a while and it's one knee, and then suddenly it'll clear up and it'll be the other knee. You know? God knows how it works, but that seems to be the case. Okay, so lateral raises. I'm going to do these EMOM. If I can get a collapse change. Okay, got it. Okay, so last time it went 12.9765 on the minute with these weights. So that's what we're going to go for. So let's go for 13. So the first set I'm pretty well rested up. Should be able to get 13 hopefully. Leaves at 13. I've got 13, so that's good. Not struggled beyond 13, made an improvement. Okay, so last time was 9, so we need 10. So as long as it's progressive in some little way, that's good enough. Now usually, you know, you do have to go pretty much to failure to progress at all. Usually the two are quite closely linked. Good stuff. That's 2 sets better. So last time I got third set was 7. So I only need 8. Just going to do 8. If I get 8, I'll stop at 8. I'll not film beyond the laterals today, but I am going to do a few triceps extensions after this. Okay, last time I got 6, so I need 7. So now it's not dropping off as fast. Need 7. Okay, so last set that I'm going to film, last time I got 5, so I'll just take it to absolute failure, you know, just hold it at the end, probably just 6 reps, so I can imagine 6 in a hold maybe. I will take it to absolute failure, so I don't mind failure on these little moves. I don't think they take much out of you. Go on, Doug, you can. But I was having a nosy. Six in a hole. As predicted. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it at that as regards the filming. I am going to do a few sets of tricep extension in the shed, but it's all pretty mundane stuff, and can't bother to walk it all out. Okay, good stuff. Felt pleased with that today. So not, you know, definitely the main thing I think is the you know, the lower back pain is definitely much better. So, you know, hopefully I've got over that. It's just a temporary little muscle soreness issue. Okay, bye.